You ever have a time where you've got somebody that you see potential, right? They don't see their own potential. Like, you're sitting there looking, it's like, "Man, this Tyler White guy, like, there's so much excellence to be pissed by him," but he just doesn't even know. He would rather just kinda sit back, almost sit back in the wings and be that person that just he's absolutely fine being on the team. He wants to be there to help, but he does not understand, or she, right? I guess I should be a little they do not understand what they truly bring to the team. And how do you deal with those?
Well, I
Like,
was
how
that,
do you try
man.
to build that up, right?
Dude, I still get told that, Will, to this day. And I'll tell you what, just tell them, man. It means so much to us. 'Cause, like, I I've been called, like, naively unhumble before. I don't know, but I'm not afraid to jump in like a dadgum Sasquatch cannonball, mess things up a little bit, figure it out, and live to tell the war story. But those people, man, I think just tell them. Not all the time, but every now and then, let them know, because it goes a long way, especially if they really have talent. Like, when I was living in, like, a living hell, it's even worse when when you have some fire in you and you, like, you kicked ass in life till 24, 25, whatever, 22, and then that road of just that gap of, like, darkness I had. The real reason, I destructed my body during then, because I had something in me, man. Like you said, the guy who just wants to hang out in the corner and be mediocre, whew, they probably can get away or just get by with that. But man, like if you see someone with talent, try to connect a dot for them. I did it in Florida. I met a guy who was a manager at Starbucks for 8 years. He like got promoted super fast, and he was saying, "How do I make more than 70 grand or something?" Right? And I said, let my subconscious think for 3 hours. Give me because I'm a rain man sometimes, and all of a sudden I go, "Have you ever applied?" So I said, "Wait," and he was showing me his reviews, Will, of like customers, and I was like, "Bro, okay, let me think." And then I was like, "Have you ever applied at Dutch Brothers, Seven Brew, XYZ?" And then we got on LinkedIn, and sure as enough, there were like these open positions. I have contacts at these places, so I don't connect a dot for them that they might not see. Like this guy had never thought of it. Will like successfully opened different branches. What 26 years old? Head manager, but is not a lot of those people will aren't quitters either. Like us 90s people don't quit a lot, if you know what I mean. Like I think my parents are still in the same house. My dad, same school, like mom forever. But like the best move I've ever made was I quit a job. And I was hell bent on not. I was like, I am going to sell this MSSP if my life depends on it. But I just didn't have passion for it, man. And I kid you not, literally above my head in the same building was a staffing firm. And every now and then, Will, I would look up at the ceiling and I would go, that seems a lot easier. You know, scouting people like my dad and I used to go spy on teams with binoculars, like on their practices and like scouting for talent. And I always had an eye for it, but like if you're not in the right career, pull the trigger. And it took me, I mean, I fought it for like, 2.5 years. That's a lot of days to fight something that you don't like or believe in. Like, I don't care about a sim, Will. I don't care about sock as a service. I really don't. I'd be lying to someone if I cared about that. But what I care about, and these are the people like that manager I talked to, they got excited about opening up new stores, that first bang. Then I said, well, hell, Seven Brews opening up 10 stores a week. So like getting like, I don't know, just connecting those dots. And even if it doesn't happen, you planted that seed in them.